What's going on, future entrepreneurs? I'm back with another HYIP video. I'm back in this cut. Go ahead and give me the HBO special. Give me the help a brother out special. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Comment down below if you like the video. Let me know what you think, what you don't think, what you like, what you don't like. Okay, disclaimer on the screen. Pause the video, come back and read the disclaimer so you can get a full understanding of what I am trying to show you guys. But just to let you know, in the way, I'm not a CPA. I'm not here to give you guys financial advice. I'm here to show you my journey, to show you what I've been doing, to show you what I've been testing and trying and experimenting with to try to make a little extra money, a little passive money. And that's pretty much what this is. I'm going to show you sites every single day. It's going to show you some way you can actually put your money in and you can build money in that particular site. All you have to do is make a deposit. Now, the ones I'm about to show you right now are going to be in the HYIP space. The majority of them will be, which is a high yield investment platform. And it's a high risk, high reward. And I also have some other sites that are similar to these that are low risk. You'll see them down below in the description as well. You can check them out. And they're normally all in my Linktree, which you can also see down below. Let's get into today's video so we can talk about today's HYIP of the day. And it is Alux Mining Ltd, ALUX Mining, which says this is a stable and high profit, which they all are. Let's go ahead and get into this. Working with us, you must know how to withdraw money. We will do the rest for you. And that's pretty much how all the platforms are. All you do is make a deposit and they do the rest for you. They do the trading for you. They pay you every hour. Some platforms, some pay you once a day. Well, they at least, all of them, the majority of them, all at least pay you once a day. But some do pay you by the hour. And those normally are the two options. And there's one that I'm in, I almost forgot, that it does pay you once a week because you only get 3% a week. But let's talk about this one. This particular platform says they were established in 2020 by a group of talented traders and businessmen from all over the world. Now, a lot of this stuff I'm not going to go through because it's normally BS. Because if I go to YouTube and I go to the Wayback Machine and I try to see if there's any videos made on this site, you're probably not going to find any. And the majority of the time when I go to the Wayback Machine, which pretty much is like an archive, it pretty much just shows you, let me just show you what this site does. It's pretty much just going to show you when the site was crawled and what it looked like when they crawled it. Sometimes when I use it, it doesn't really show the whole site. And normally when it does show a site, it's normally in a site that was either old or it was a site that it says not available on the web. Okay, so it's either normally an old site that looks like it was made in 2000, or it's pretty much someone they just got the domain name, they bought the domain name and just threw their site on it. It's normally what it looks like. So normally when sites go back this far and they don't really have any credibility, it's just because they're pretty much just, it's not going to stay around very long. You can call it a rug, we just don't know when. That's normally the thing. One of the signs I look for is they're just going to tell you anything to get you to put your money in. And you still have to do a little bit of research, which I normally use YouTube to see if they have any videos. I check to see the oldest video that was made on the name of the company. And I also go back to the Wayback Machine and check. You can also go and check out other things as well, like the address is normally at the bottom of the page. And some don't even have that at the bottom of the page, which is kind of weird. Like this one, it has the address. You can just go to Google Maps or whatever map you want to use. And the reason why I like using Google Maps has a section where you can drop the little man in the street and you can look at Street View and see if the actual address actually lines up with this, or if it's another building, an empty building, a building that's been rented. So that'll give you another idea of whether this company is going to try to stay around a longer period of time, and give you a better idea if whether you want to or not to add your money in these type of systems. Now there are a few that are legit, which I'll say I'll leave it on they're in the description. You can check them out if you want, but if you also like these high investment platforms, you can check out this one and my other videos as well. And let's see what else they're showing us here. It says, it says their main goal is to make money on speculation when trading on various exchanges, both crypto and ordinary currency pairs. Okay, why choose them? So they're a team of experienced traders. That's pretty much the standard stuff that you're going to see on each of these sites. And it does look nice. There's some that look like this, there's some that look good, and some that don't look too good as well. So that doesn't really make a difference either. It doesn't matter if it looks good or if it looks horrible. If it's not going to stay around, it's just showing signs of it's not going to stay around. So They're saying the amount of investors, the amount of transactions, and the people that have paid out. It doesn't really have a dollar amount here. So they have 42 visitors, 1,700 transactions. Since they've been online for a day, and normally if I would recommend you getting involved in these programs, I would say to try to get in as early as you can. If you do decide it's something that you want to do, a lot of the programs I'll show you guys, I do not get involved in because it's just way too many. And it's also times I'll make a video and the very next day the company is gone, it's disappeared. So you have to keep that in mind as well when you're looking at these particular platforms. Okay, this one says we engage in speculation in real estate, currencies, and precious metals. Now they didn't say that up here; they just said something else. What they said they engage in, it just says crypto and ordinary currency pairs. They didn't really go into details. If you come down here, now it's saying real estate, currencies, precious metals, crypto trading, exchange, forex and oil, stock market, real estate, gold or silver. Okay, nice little graph to have here. Nice little information they have here, but a lot of this stuff really doesn't. Pretty much you just get a plug in. You can probably add this stuff to any website and make it look like this. But so, I mean, to me, it doesn't really mean a lot. What really means a lot to me is one, customer service. Two, if they're going to be honest about the time that they've been online. Like, I mean, it's a contradiction already when you come up here. Where was that number they put that they've, okay, this is we were established in 2020, and then when you come down here, it says they've only been online for 1 day. So you've been established since 2020. This is 2022, and you've only been online with this website for 1 day. That's kind of a red flag for me. All right, here's the plans. 2.7% for 25 days, 3.3% for 15 days, 180%. This is after 7 days. Also keep in mind the terminology here. 230% after 5 days, and also pay attention to whether or not when you make your deposit, will you get your deposit back or not? Because if not, they're pretty much going to keep 100. They're pretty much going to get 100% profit, because once you put your money in, they're going to keep it. So make sure if you don't know, ask the question, ask customer service, pay attention to the response time, and I would say just go through all of the sites and ask the question. Go through the entire site that you want to join or thinking about joining, and ask as many questions as you can to make sure you're comfortable before you decide to invest in any of these particular platforms. Now this one says 2.7% for 25 days. So your money is going to be locked in for 25 days. And I'll go to the FAQs and see what they say about your money being released after the 25 days or whatever the time frame is. The end of the term is over with. So the minimum is 25, the max is 10K. On plan 1, on plan 2, the minimum is 500. The max is also 10K, but it's 3.3% for 15. And you can come back and look at the rest of the plans a little bit later. I wouldn't believe that these were happy clients if they only been online for 1 day. You already got testimonials. Okay. So I think this is ePay, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Doge, Dash, Ripple, Tron, Tether, Perfect Money. Have any questions? They have a suggestion board, and I do like that they have this, because there are some sites you go to, this is pretty much blank and there's nothing down here. That's not even this part. They'll just have that, and that'll be the end of the site. You come down here and it's just blank, and it's like just a lot of space, which I do like that they have it, but as I said before, a lot of this stuff doesn't really make any difference. Now let's see what happens when we click on Facebook. Will that take us to? It takes to the top of the page. So click on Twitter, top of the page. So none of these sites are going to any of this. I would be surprised if this one didn't either. Top of the page. So none of these are pretty much links that are going to any of their social media sites. It's just taking you back to the top of the page, which is another indicator a negative indicator for me. FAQs. And there's going to be certain things you pick up, certain things you're going to like, certain things you may not like. It's going to depend on you and what you're looking for in a company, what you want to risk your money in. And also, guys, I normally say this at the beginning of my videos, but don't put any money in any of these platforms that you cannot afford to lose. If these platforms disappear tomorrow and you have to pay rent, you have to pay mortgage, you have to get gas, you have to get food, don't put any money in that's going to cause an issue in your situation, no matter what program it is. No, if it's one that I'm showing, no matter if it's something that someone else is showing, don't get a loan. I don't use credit cards. If I don't have the money on hand, I don't get in because I don't want to put myself in a more stressful situation or a more compromising situation where it's going to cause me more pain and more hurt if this company disappears because I'm putting all my eggs in this one particular company and something happens where I can't get my money out or they just disappear and I wake up tomorrow and it's still error 404 when I try to log into the site. Please keep that in mind as well. So, FAQ. How can I invest? What size investment? E-currencies. How long does it take my deposit? How long does it take for withdrawal? Now that's something you may want to know. All withdrawal requests are processed manually. Can take up to 72 hours. And there was one site I was looking at. I think it was the previous video where they actually tell you that when you have this question, how long does it take for the funds to show up? What they had for the answer was as many as after the 3 or 4 transactions on the blockchain, which I think is the correct answer. I'm not sure why it would take up to 72 hours. That to me, I've never had that happen. And since I've been using crypto and the blockchain, I've only had one company or one of these HYIP sites where I actually made a withdrawal, and it took over 4 or 5 hours for me to get that withdrawal to my account, and which it did give me a little pause. It gave me caution when I was using that site. But you know, I mean, it normally shouldn't take that long. After it's confirmed on the blockchain, I would think it wouldn't take any more than 30 minutes at the most, at the very most, even when it's clogged, to get you that get that withdrawal. The minimum is going to be different. You're going to come back. You just got to check that out. And then even with this, there's sites you can go to, platforms you join. When you click on the withdrawal button, it's going to tell you a certain amount at the top. So I wouldn't really even pay attention to this until you get in the site, put your money in, and you hit the withdrawal button, because they may tell you that it's a whole other number than these numbers right here. The daily profit paid direct, no. Direct deposit from my account balance, yes. Can I create multiple accounts? No. Multiple deposits, yes. Do you have an affiliate program? Yes. And what I normally would do is create an account before I create my do my review. But this is pretty much a brand new site, so I hadn't really had the chance to. I had not really had the chance to create the site, so I'll do that for you live. And also remember that some of these sites, when you create your password, it does show your password when you're creating the site. Now it says, okay. I'm not sure it might be a login error. I didn't log in yet. I don't think I logged in yet. Just create the account. So let's log in now and see what this back office looks like. Or can I log in? Okay, now it's saying it's a login error. And this is one of the reasons why I was trying to create my accounts before I actually do this, so I won't have to run into any of the errors and take too much more time trying to create an account. Okay, so that was the wrong page. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Go ahead and sign up. What was that? The username. And what do we have here? The password. That's one. I normally don't add any of this stuff because I'm normally don't join. I'm just doing this so I can show you guys what the inside of this looks like, inside of each one of these, so I can show you the back office. And also I'm going to have another series that I'm going to be starting, and it's going to be it's going to be talking about HBA, which is the Home Business Academy. That's another series I'm going to be starting for any of you guys that are interested. You can check that out as well. And don't be hesitant. Go ahead and check out my other playlist where I do talk about. There's quite a few of these HYIP sites. There's also other things that I also I'm also involved in. So now it's saying under verification code. There was no verification code. So what is? Okay, let's see. I may not show this one on the inside because let me try this one last time to see if I can log in. Let's see if I can log in. I'm not sure why that number is there, but okay. That's it. That's all, guys. Thank you for watching. If I do get the login, I'll just go ahead and edit it and add it back in. But as for now, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate you watching all the way to the end. Passive Income Trucker. I'm out.